Any questions or comments or anything on the consent
So I'll
agenda?
make a comment. So I was looking at the overnight trip requests and where we're sending people, out of state to conferences and things like that. Like, that's not what we have always done. And when I was reading through those, I'm like, this is good stuff. Like, we're giving people the opportunity to go see great things happening, not only within the state, but outside of the state. That's good. I just thought I'd make that.
I'm glad
It's not always been that way.
I'm glad you said that. When we have gone from virtually nothing on our PD side to we put about $50,000 a year into PD, and I'd like to put more. There's a once a year conference called Model School Conference, and model schools you have to apply to present there, and you have to have done something based on data that says this was a good thing for our kids. And so they'll have 50 or 60 model schools that have done great things. Patty's not here, but she was one of those. Her school, when she was in Putnam City 20 years ago, was one of those schools that got to present. It's an honor. It's a high honor. I would love for us to get where we were sending, a contingency of 3 to 5 people every year with that. That's the kind of stuff. That's what moves the needle. You have to hire and retain good people. You have to hire and retain and keep growing professionally, but you also have to get this good professional development, this high quality PD.
I make
Yeah.
a motion, we approve items A through H on the consent agenda.
All right, we got a motion by Jared and a second by Derek. Can we get a vote?
Matt.
Yep.
Derek. Yes. Neil, yes. Jared.
Yes,
Lane.
Yes. All right, moving on to item 5, financial report.
Okay, if you will go to the graphs in the financials folder, we'll start with general fund. So I don't usually talk much about the top part of the graph, but I thought I would start adding that in just to kind of give you a bigger picture of where we're at. So just general information, if you take the encumbered and spent, we're at 93% of our allocation for the year of our estimate of needs amount. So that's up 0.5% from last month. And so then down below the revenue, collections are up 2.5 million, and 2.4 of that was in the state category. So, after the first of the year is when we really start seeing the taxes go up for the district and intermediate sources. Building fund, again, at the top portion, we're at 71.2% for our encumbered and spent, and that's up 3.2% from last month. And then collections are up $2,153 in the district category. And again, that's just because we haven't started seeing that flow of tax revenue coming in yet. Child nutrition, for expenses, we're at 64% with our encumbered and spent. That's the same as we were last month. And then our revenue is up $59,000 in the federal category, and that was just a claim that we received the money for. Bond fund, that has pretty well stayed the same. It stayed exactly the same on the revenue. We did encumber, we were able to close out part of a PO. We encumbered a new one that you approved tonight, but overall there wasn't much change. And then sinking fund, again, the encumbrances are up that $61,250 that you approved tonight. And then down on the revenue side, collections are up $14,000 in the district category. Questions?
Feel pretty good about where we are?
Yeah, we're right on track with last year, so, yep.
We ever figure out where Ryan Walters got the $19 million carryover or whatever that number was?
I think it was bond money, but it was ludicrous.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments on financials? Thank you. Congrats. Jared, Neil?
That's what for me.
All right, moving on to item 6, executive session. Vote to convene or not to convene into executive session to discuss employment is listed on attachment C pursuant to 25 OS 307B1.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion by Derek and second by Jared. Can we get a vote?
Matt.
Yep.
Derek. Yes. Neil, yes. Jared.
Yes.
Lane.
Yes. All right, so no executive session compliance statement needed. All right, moving on to item 7, Part A, discuss and take possible action on employment is listed on attachment C. I'll make a motion that we approve the employment is listed on attachment C.
I'll second.
Motion by Lane, second by Jared. Can we get a vote?
Matt.
Yep.
Derek. Yes. Neil, yes. Jared.
Yes.
Lane.
Yes. All right, moving on to item 8, new business.
None.
And item 9, superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you. So I want to just remind everybody, both watching and the 5 of you, that we have veterans assemblies all day tomorrow. And I sent those to you, but here they are for everybody to see. The only one that's happened already is the 6th grade assembly for PI, and that's because they have a field trip tomorrow, 6th grade does. So there are some if you've not been in a while and you've got half an hour, catch one or more of those. They are, these people do a lot of good things, and it's moving to see what they do on this day. So I'm going to read you the following post by our state superintendent, Lyndall Fields. Over the past weeks, I have met with hundreds of educators across the state, including teachers, principals, and district leaders who are deeply committed to the well-being of children and their communities. I've had the privilege of meeting with dozens of parents in a variety of settings, each sharing their aspirations for and ideas for enhancing Oklahoma schools. Every conversation serves as a reminder that the strength of our schools comes from the individuals who demonstrate dedication and purpose in our classroom, homes, and communities. There's so much good happening across the state, and even more to come that when we work together for kids. I love this quote. This is a Lyndall Fields quote. All of that, he posted this. But this last thing he says almost every time that he's in public. If you're not taking care of students, take care of someone who is. I'd never heard that before. I think it's really cool. Then he said in his post, these are my new friends from Piedmont Public Schools. And so you'll see there some familiar faces that went to hear him speak last Wednesday morning, right? At the Metro Tech. So it is amazing what just that kind of change will do. There's a pep in the step of administrators and teachers and parents and all those people are doing. It's like it was a few years ago. So we're excited about that. District enrollment for the month of November, we're just right about the same. We're actually 3 above where we were in October. Most of our schools are just the same, up 1 or down 1. Stone Ridge is a very large elementary school. So we have some big schools there, but we have help on the way too. So I'll remind you that Northwood and Piedmont Elementary have pre-K, a few classes of pre-K and kindergarten in those, and that's what raises those a little bit. But it's we're weathering the storm, and it will be under a year before we have an intermediate ready to go. So let's see and today was grant day. Our foundation provided $41,000 worth of grants to our different, so teachers write grants and then they go through them. If it meets their criteria, they fund the grant. And then on one day, all the foundation comes out, or as many as can on that day. And it was most of them that came out, and administrators go with them, and we go around to the different classrooms and surprise the teachers and show them what they got, and they tell us about their the grant and what it's going to do. We heard about some really cool grants from teachers that are doing just some really good things. And so there you see two examples of probably we visited 4 of the 7 schools. Is that right? Yeah, and we have 3 to go later on this week. So we thank THANK. I know I sound like a hick, but thank our foundation for all they do for us, because I want to remind you, they also put $5,000 towards Capturing Kids' Hearts that is going on this Thursday and Friday at Piedmont Elementary. That'll be our second full school to get that training, which is what you were talking about, except instead of sending people off to training, we're bringing them right here. And they will be, where are they going to train? At the Pava? Mm-hmm. Okay.
What times are those? Do you remember?
All day. Yeah, if you guys can come, even just stop by Pava for 10 or 15 minutes, you will be, it's just a cool deal. It's a cool thing. And we want to continue this this Capturing Kids' Hearts until we get everybody trained. And then we want to plan to train all of our new people each year. So it'll still take us a while to get there, but it's good stuff. And is Jennifer here? Jennifer Warner? Brett is here.
Yes, he is.
Brett, do you want to say anything? What are you seeing? Like
Yes.
3 sentences or less. 3 sentences and more, you're in trouble, buddy. Because we're all wanting out of here. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was really like the first PD that I've been a part of that really engaged the staff. We all grew closer. We all talk about it all the time, like how we have strengthened our relationships with each other and how we can do better for the students. Honestly, it was awesome. So I'm excited for the elementary to get an opportunity to do it as well.
Very good. I think that was 5 sentences, but depending on your commas, it's fine.
We were good.
Good sentences. Do you guys have any questions about any of that?
No, and I would just,
Can you email us the days it's happening and where at and the times? Because
and I would just reiterate, I don't hear a lot. Typically, when we hear something, it's going to be negative for the most part, but which is few and far between. Knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it, but the positive that I've heard from the PD opportunities has been amazing. Even some some teachers that you may think that I know, and they're self-admitted kind of high maintenance, they say they enjoy this training because it does help them in not just in the classroom, but it helps them outside of the classroom as well, and identify some areas where, in using one of them's words, she said, it makes me enjoy engaging with others. And so good work. It's good to hear. And I think you all are definitely, you're steering us the right direction. So thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Nothing else?
That's my report.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on to item 10, adjournment.
motion we adjourn.
All right. Motion by Jared, second by Derek. Can we get a vote?
Matt?
Yep.
Derek? Yes. Neil, yes. Jared?
Yes.
Lane?
Yes. The time is 6:36.